What's up, guys? In this episode, what's up, guys? Welcome to episode 1 of the Luis Torres 3-step. What? What's up, everyone? In this, hey guys, in this episode, I go over step 1 on how to start your very own YouTube channel. Stay tuned. What is up, you dirty dogs? It's your boy Luis Torres, and yes, we're gonna get you guys up to speed on starting your own YouTube channel. So the other day, I kind of feel like maybe it was like a 2 or 3 day time frame where a bunch of people were just, messaging me, and they're just like, for the most part, it was kind of like, hey, I'm thinking about starting a YouTube channel. What do you think about this? And I'm just like, it's not my channel, it's your channel. If you're going to run with it, run with it. And then I figured I could probably come up with a quick 3-step process on how to start your own YouTube channel. And decided, let me take a few notes and figure out step 1. So go grab a beer, go grab a pad, and it's time to go to school, kids. Okay, so now that we have our pad, this is going to be day 1, all right? And this is literally for guys who look at YouTubers and right out of the rip are just like, bro, I could totally do better. Or I have a better personality. I know I can crush it as a YouTuber. Or guys who are just like, I don't even know how to start step 1. Like, where do I start? And it's not hard. Don't let anyone ever make you think for a second that this is hard to do. What other YouTubers do, I can do. I choose not to because you kind of don't have to. The whole process of having multi-camera angles, whatever, dude, if that rocks your boat, go let it rock your boat, but you don't have to do that. That's just showboating, and it's just, that just swallows up time. So I want you to know that there are YouTubers out there that either won't help you, or they won't help you, or they won't help you. And then there are other guys that have been around for a while that won't help you. And then there's some guys that every once in a while, they'll just be like, hey, can I help them? And they won't help you. So that's what this episode is for. Again, this is step 1. So I have 5 bullet points for step 1. The first is, don't ever think that this is hard to do. It is not. I kind of feel like at some point it kind of fit, maybe it felt weird to start, how, what to do. Some people are kind of, making you think that what they do is so difficult. I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Look at me all bundled up and I'm editing. Are you serious right now, dude? You know what I'm doing at 6 o'clock in the morning? Napping. Just like the rest of you guys. You know why? Because it literally takes me 5 minutes to edit. At worst case, 10 minutes. Not more than 15. So, I don't know. At 6 o'clock, I'd rather sleep than give people the impression that this is somehow my full-time job and I'm making a financial killing. Oh, that's another thing. You're not going to make a lot of money. But it's fun. It's a new hobby. So, listen, this is a hobby. This is a hobby just like playing guitar is a hobby. Just like, and I say hobby, not pertaining to guys that are in big bands that literally music is their livelihood. They're professionals. They're clearly doing that as a living. That's another level of the game. There are guys that are just like, I don't do anything throughout the day. You know why? Because I'm too amped up and ready to go on tour in 2 months. I get that. Like, I have tons of friends that do US and global tours, and that's like a whole other mindset altogether. Unless you are them, you're a hobbyist. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you that. You're a hobbyist, kid. You're a hobbyist. You're a hobbyist. There are guys that are photographers. You're a hobbyist. I'm a photographer. That's what I do for a living. My mortgage doesn't get paid if I don't go out and take photos, but I own a few other businesses, so it's all cumulative. It's cumulative across the board as far as the amount that I earn, but you know, I'm a professional this, I'm a professional that. Everyone else is just a hobbyist, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm a hobbyist guitarist. I'm a hobbyist guitar amp collector. YouTube is a hobby. YouTube is a hobby. There are guys that, if you look at their views, they may have 80 million views. It only means they've made about 160,000. And although they're making more now, just keep in mind, if you average that across the years that they've been doing it, it's not a lot. Like if you made 160,000 over 10 years, that's only 16,000 a year. You're not living. You're not living. Like that's, understand that. Again, this is a hobby. It is a hobby. And anyone that tells you that they are a professional YouTuber, unless it's someone like Fluff who legit takes it to another level, they're all hobbyists. They all do it on the side. Even if they got fired from their job and this is all they're doing, they're just hobbyists. That's all it is. You have 1.5 million views, you've made $3,000. You're not fucking doing anything. You're not buying anyone. You're not taking your girl out to dinner to a special restaurant anytime soon. All right. So, number one, don't ever think that this is hard. Again, guys will make you think that it's hard. It's not. At one point, I actually was using my Canon 5D Mark II and found that the quality was just as good as my cell phone. I'm literally using my cell phone right here. You know what it is? It's not even a new one. It's a Samsung Note 9. Thing is absolutely perfect. And it's funny, like some guys are just like, you don't even use a microphone. Microphone. I have more microphones than people know about the microphones that I have. I have these mics, and these aren't $50 mics either. I have mics over there that you can see up against my cabinet. Monitors are important, so they're really important. And it's, you're not going to really get great audio from your cell phone. So the first thing you need to do is convert the video and audio from your cell phone out so that way you can use your XLR mics. So you need a converter. So I actually have a Tascam IXZ, and what that does, it converts the audio and video, and it also allows me to connect an XLR. And it's literally attached. I'm pointing to it, but it's literally next to my phone, and I have the XLR cable running through my rafters, running down the rafters here, and it eventually makes its way to this guy. That's the easiest, shortest way to do it. Cell phone or any kind of DSLR to an IXZ, and that goes to, unless you're using a video camera and you actually have XLR input and output, and then you just hook up your mic. That's one thing. So, mics are important. If you want to use one mic, you're fine. Just know you're going to do more editing than you should because you now have to either switch different mics. So if you're talking, you have this mic. If you want to start playing and you want to use a microphone that's in front of your cabinet, you either have to disconnect this mic and connect your, Shure SM57, which is what this is. Or get yourself a mixer. So I have a Mackie 12-channel mixer. So everything goes from my camera or my cell phone to the Tascam IXZ, and that runs to my mixer, which is right here. You can see it on the side right there. And from there, I run all my mics. So I have this one on, I have those two on, I have one farther back in the room. So what that allows me to do is I can either have them all on simultaneously on the same channel, or I can mute different mics. If I'm using this one, I'll mic all the other ones. If I'm going to switch from this mic to my SM57 or my Sennheiser E906, then I can mute this one and unmute the other ones, and that's the audio. So that's kind of the easiest workflow with regard to shooting video and capturing the audio. Another would be, and a lot of guys don't do it like this, they'll actually do the microphone capture, but as far as the audio with your guitar, they'll actually have their laptop set up with their interface, and they're capturing that on a separate track. And the problem with that, and this is, if you're starting out, don't go down that road. I also don't want to call it the advanced road, because it's not. It's 2022. I've been editing video on Adobe Premiere since 1998. So, there are YouTubers that I've been shooting video and editing for as long as they've been playing guitar. So it depends. Like, if you have the experience shooting video and editing video, then you're fine. Then you're already there. For me, YouTube made sense because I knew the editing side of it. I knew the post-production. I knew lighting, because as a photographer, there's not one single YouTuber that has more softboxes than I do. I have 50 by 50 inch softboxes. I have 6-foot Octabanks. So I have thousands of dollars in Chrome lights. But I use that just for photography. I don't have to go crazy. You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason to think that you have to go completely crazy. Lighting is really important. So I actually have these inexpensive LED lights that are square panels. Maybe they're 10 by 10 inches. But I have 4 of them, but I always use at least 2. And they were, for the 2, maybe it was like $150 for the pair. I think it was even less. I think it was like $129 for the pair. But just check on Amazon. There's actually a few YouTubers that are doing really well, and they're like, what the hell? Everything's dark. I'm like, get these lights. So just know that the lights that I have, I literally have suggested to tons of different YouTubers, and they're using them, and they work. You don't need a softbox. Trust me, you don't need a softbox. I see Ola's rig, and I'm just like, you don't need any of that, bro. You don't need that. If you want to spend the extra cash, you can, but you can go to Amazon. Like, I saw one YouTuber, and he had a softbox, and I'm just like, it's like a $50 softbox, and you can go down that road too. It doesn't matter. As long as you have the lighting, that's super important. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. So number 2 is you just have to have the drive to keep going and not stop, all right? Because that's key. That's key. That is everything. I've seen YouTubers come and go, guys that I've helped out, with when they started, offered different guidelines and, how to move forward, and then they stop because they just stop. It's kind of like a mental beating. You definitely get guys, I'm from Brooklyn, son. I'm from Brooklyn. They're mentally, you can't break me, son. You can't. So I feel like it's a mental punch more than anything else. Like, like I have all this little nonsense beef, which is nothing, with all these other YouTubers, and people are like, you suck. And I'm just like, I don't care. Like, who are you? So a lot of being a YouTuber is when someone's busting your chops. And again, dude, I'm from Brooklyn. I grew up with guys busting my chops. You can't tell me that I suck and think that I haven't heard that said 1,000 times by the time I was 9 years old. And that's just, you suck at football, you suck at baseball. Yeah, well, you suck and your mother sucks too. Like, that's just how we grew up. So I'm not fazed by anything. So you're definitely going to run into that. And, and some people think I'm kind of a jerk, but when, there are definitely guys that troll, and the trolls, just block them. I legit block people because they're trying to, they're picking, and they don't bother me, but sometimes they bother like my good friends that are subscribers, and they're just like, yo, who is this guy? Once I kind of see that other people are like getting annoyed, then I just block them, because it's not just my own mental state, right? It's also my subscribers, who most of them are just my boys. So, if you're in the family and someone's bothering you, they're getting kicked in the mouth. That's it. No questions asked. I've never been the guy that's ever been like, hey, Lewis, that guy's bothering me. Oh, well, let's go take a look. No, that dude's bothering you. I would walk up to a dude and just fucking knock him in their fucking mouth. Like, that's what, we're not going to talk. Like, who talks? Like, dude, the person that talks is the person that doesn't want to fight. I skip everything and go right to the brawling. And that's just how that's how I've always been. And that's how that's what I do with my YouTube channel, Like if you're picking and you're just getting people annoyed and, again, no one phases me, but I'm just like, you're like a tick. You're like the little gnat that's like flying by my eye, and it's, you know what, block. And so just know that if someone really bothers you as you're starting out, block them. There's nothing wrong with that. Some guys can't block people because they have 900,000 subscribers. They have 400,000 subscribers. Like, it'll be a full-time job, you just trying to block people. So don't get fazed by that. If someone bothers you, block them. If they just say one stupid thing, you can just delete their post. You don't need to see that. But again, the person that sticks it out is the person that ends up getting 100 subscribers, then 1,000 subscribers, and then 5,000 subscribers. And you're gonna just naturally have beef along the way, dude. Everyone hates everyone. The only one that I don't hate, two that I don't hate, I can't even say hate. I use the word hate very loosely. But two YouTubers that I love are Fluff, because he's just a cool guy. He's genuinely just a nice guy. And of course, Truck Driver Sean. Those two are awesome. Everyone else, they all talk smack about you. That's just how it is. So understand that you will always hear through the grapevine that someone's talking. You can be like me and just confront them. It's just like, yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? What, you have an issue? I'm all ears. You have an issue, I'm all ears. You can either take that approach, or just, whatever, dude. It's all good. Who cares? So it's a lot of mental it's definitely a mental issue that you're going to deal with more than anything else. And I legit know guys who started to gain, steam, and it got to them, So the reality of you starting and getting to 350 subscribers and then literally just stopping altogether is genuinely something that you have to worry about. But just know that we all run into that. We all run into that, and you just keep going, kid. You know why? Because this is a hobby. Let's bring it back. This is a hobby. If someone doesn't like your hobby, does it really matter? It's your hobby. If you're enjoying it and you're having fun, and there's all this hate, like, that's just gonna happen. That's just, just beat it, you little gnat. All right, so the mental aspect of negative viewers, how you should put, and make fun of them. Like, totally make fun of them. Make fun of them. That's how I kind of get over it. Not that it's an issue, but, when your name is Luis Torres and some guy with a shirtless sleeve that dyes his hair jet black when he's like 80, that to me, that's funny. That's so cringe that I have to just be like, yo, don't ever take offense to a guy. There's another YouTuber that, called me old. Called me old, right? And yet his hairline is somewhere back here, and he's got to be like 30, like 30, with a hairline that starts back here. And I'm just like, come on, son. You're going to call me old? I look sexy with my gray hairs, son. That doesn't bother. Make fun of them. Make fun of people. When you hear some YouTuber talking smack, and trust, again, I'm telling you all this because it's going to happen. When you hear that a YouTuber's talking smack, again, you just make fun of them, whether it's the fact that they have no tattoos on their arms and only on their calves, and then they delete their videos so you don't see that they have only tattoos on their legs. Like, that you have to poke fun of that, because when you hear that someone talks smack, you're just like, bro, I know so much dirt about you that's hilarious. Like, yo, don't ever get phased. And that's how you get over that mental hump. And I'm going through this because, again, if you're starting out, without question, and you can hold me to it, by the time you get to 100 subscribers, you're going to have 1,000 posts, comments of people who are just like, yo, you suck. Yo, what are you doing? Yo, why are you even bothering? Oh, I have, just why don't you do videos the way Ola does? And even worse, when you start getting guys that are like, I'll help you. No, thanks. Anyone that says, hey, I'll help you, let's join forces. Never. No. Go do your own thing. You're not going to ride my coattails. So again, you're going to run into that. Do you need a ton of equipment? I feel like I kind of went over that. Again, this is literally my Samsung Note 9 plugged into a Tascam IXZ. That runs XLR to my mixer to this mic. And this is me just lowering the mic. See? Now it's peaking. All right, so you get the idea. But it's all, you progress, so when I started, I just had a cell phone. Maybe my first 150 videos literally has people yelling at me saying to stop using the camera mic. So much so that years later, people were like, yo, you only use your camera mic. I'm like, you guys are ding-dongs. What are you talking about? It's been years since I used the mic on my phone. But it is what it is, So you don't need a lot of gear. Okay, this is when I started writing all the info. And I kind of feel like a lot of YouTubers want everyone to think that it's really difficult, and the editing that they're doing, because of course they're Steven Spielberg, that they're shooting and that I have to take my intro and move it here. Yo, the intro. Okay, so with that, all right. So let's just. What do I have? At the end, I have editing software: Adobe Premiere, Final Cut Pro. You can use Movie Studio. You can use Vegas. Any of those are absolutely amazing. Again, I've been using Adobe Premiere since most of you guys were like 10. So I kind of feel like editing is the easiest thing. So here's the one thing you do, right? And this is just now I'm moving towards the editing side of it. If you've never edited, you need to go out and start editing, start learning editing, take a camera, whatever you're using, and just film around your house and just piece it all together, right? So with editing, you create a template, just so you know, okay? So my template is always the same. It's flash in me saying, hey, what's up, guys? Today's episode is about eating pickles. Stay tuned. Like, that's always my spiel. And everything else is literally already on the timeline. I literally take that video file, I drop it in, I then remove a little before it. I take off a little of the back end so that way it fits perfectly. And then that flashes into my initial template, which has my introduction song that I wrote, a couple of years back with my Headrush pedal board. It has a few little video clippings. It has Truck Driver Sean in there. None of that ever moves. It's on the timeline. And the very first thing I do is, what is up, you guys? It's your boy, Louis Torres. I've done that hundreds and hundreds of times. And I take that file and I drop it in. For me, I'm a one-take kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a one-taker. The whole multi-angle, multi-take. Bro, you have way too much time on your hands. That's all that is. A dude that clips, that cuts that much, either owns his own business and is just, there's just downtime and that's what they're doing, or they got fired from their job and they're in their basement and they're editing because they don't have anything to do and they have to try to let you guys think that this is a lot harder than it really is. And it's not. And the reason why I wanted to create this series of YouTube for starters, beginners, is because I get lots of guys that are like, you do not do gear reviews great. I'm just different. You know, I feel like the way some YouTubers do everything, like it's just so monotonous. It's so time consuming, and it's something that it's a hobby. Again, keep that in mind. You know, so for me, time is money. You know, should I make a video or should I wait till the stock market closes so I can see my entire portfolio to see if I need to trade after hours? You know, there's other things that I have going on in my mind, and shooting a video isn't one of them. Making a demo is never one. Editing definitely isn't part of it, but it's a hobby, and that's just a part of it, you know? So if you want to start your own YouTube channel, do it. Do it. Do it. I get lots of guys who are just like, I want to start, but I don't know where. Yo, figure it out. Sometimes you got to Google things and figure out what equipment you need, what's going to make it much more professional. You know, like I have a light right here, but I have lights over here too. Let's see, can you see the shadows? No, this one isn't casting a shadow. Oh, good. There's one over here. So I have 3 lights on me right now. They're not expensive lights. So, you know, don't think that you need to have a lot of money. Don't ever think that it's hard. Never. Don't ever. Yo, it's so easy. It's so easy that I'm shocked that more people don't do it. Like I'm totally surprised that there aren't more people, because you guys have gear. You guys have gear already. Yo, do what I did. I literally had an amp, and that's what I used. And I'm like, hey guys, look what I have, and this is what it sounds like. And if you get a guitar, then demo the guitar. If you have a pedal, if you have 5 pedals, demo the pedals. You know, like there's things out there that you have that you can make videos on, but you know, the fact that that some guys are just like, you don't want to do this. Let me show you how much, let me show you yo, it does not take hours. Yo, it doesn't take hours. It can if you, I can't even say you can if you really wanted to. Yo, it does not take hours. Don't anyone that says editing takes hours is lying to you. Lying to you. Yo, I have almost 600 episodes. Trust me, anyone that says that they are editing for hours on end is either lying to you or they're so bad at editing that they want you to think that it's that hard and that it takes that long. You know, some people are like, it takes an hour to edit 1 minute of video. Bro, are you crazy? Yo, what are you doing wrong that it's taking you that long? So please don't ever think that it's genuinely like it's really that hard. It's not. Editing is so easy. It's literally, once you figure it out, make 5-minute videos and everything else is exactly the same. It's just longer. If you want to make a 20-minute video, everything at the beginning is exactly the same. The only thing that changes are the different scenes. You know, introduction, hey, what's going on? For shits and giggles, if I want to have the camera over on this side, hey, what's going on, you guys? We're going to go ahead and make a video. And then move the camera over here, and you're just like, all right, so I'm going to grab this guitar. Like, yo, it's the easiest thing. Yo, all it is just moving the camera around. And then when you take that video, you literally just, you know, there's the timeline. So this is how long the video is, but at the beginning there's B-roll. So you got to just, you know, you got to shave off from the beginning and then shave off from the end. And then you use the actual clip that you want. And all it is just dragging it. Yo, if you could take your mouse, click and drag, yo, that's all it is. Yo, someone sent me the video of some YouTuber trying to, you know, showcase what they're doing. And I'm just like, why? And that's because they don't want you to be a YouTuber. They don't want you to share what knowledge you have. You know, it's like people that don't like when someone else is happy, right? For the most part, people that don't like other people that are happy, it's because they, for the most part, mentally feel that there's almost like a finite amount of happiness, that if you're happy, there isn't enough happiness out there to give it to me. So, you know, there's Schadenfreude, right? And Schadenfreude in German, is basically finding comfort or pleasure in seeing someone else fail. That's Schadenfreude. Too bad we don't have a word for that here in English, but Schadenfreude. There's a lot of Schadenfreude in YouTubing. Because if you're gaining popularity and you're getting subscribers, someone else is upset that they're not getting your subscribers, and that's when they start talking smack, you know? So it is what it is. Let me see what else I have in here. This is just day one. This is day one, which is literally just barely touching the gear that you need, the editing software. Again, if you've never edited anything, you should start now. You know, if you have a Mac, you probably have iMovie. iMovie is literally the same as Final Cut, same as Vegas, same as Adobe Premiere. It's just, everything else is just a little, there's just a little more. There's more tracks that you can create. There's more transitions that you can have. So, you know, but that's, you know, there's editing. Again, start editing. And everything else on here is literally just basically saying you don't need a lot of gear and everything is just mental, you know, and that's just literally how you start. And start, because for me, if I didn't say that this was fun, I would be lying, without question. You know, I'm an okay guitarist. I'm an okay YouTuber. I'm an okay snowboarder. I'm an okay mountain biker. I'm an okay downhill mountain biker. I'm okay at doing donuts in my car. I'm okay at throwing snowballs. Like, don't think you need to be an expert, okay? So that's, again, you know, that's just me, from my heart, bro, like legit, you know, that's me just letting you know it's fun. It's a fun hobby. You know, I feel like, like I said, I'm shocked that more people aren't into it. Just because it's something fun to do. And if you can have a channel and create your own, your own vibe to YouTubing, then that's great. You know, when I was a stockbroker years ago in the mid 90s, one thing, this one, broker mentioned when I started, and he's just like, just be you, because the people that become your clients value who you are. And don't change. Don't try to be anything different. Be you, be yourself. And those that find your charm are going to enjoy you because you remind them of someone. You remind them of their best friend, their college roommate. You know what I mean? So just be you. Don't be anyone else. Just be you. Have fun. Enjoy it, and start your channel. If you have any questions, hit me up on Instagram or shoot me an email, lewistorres@gmail.com. And unlike others that won't help, don't want you to start, don't care to help, won't ever help, and will totally try to tell you why you shouldn't do it, that's not me. You want to start a YouTube channel, hit me up. I'll let you know literally everything that I have, and I'll show you a bunch of little tricks and tips, and have fun, because this is fun. This is fun. And the dude that says that he's editing for 6 hours doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He doesn't. Guys, thank you so much for watching. You guys are the best. This is going to be a 3-step series on how to start your YouTube channel, and hopefully you enjoyed it. If you didn't, then, whatever. Hopefully you guys stayed this long because you're just like, let me listen to what this freaking guy has to say. But more than anything, it's just, it's mental. That's all it is. And it's literally just people trying to bash you and trying to put you down some way or another. And if you just understand that that's normal and hear that that's normal, then you'll move forward and you'll progress, because sometimes people aren't ready for that. Lord knows I wasn't ready for that, but again, I'm from Sunset Park, Brooklyn, bro. Are you kidding me? Go on, I went to PS 169. I would have beaten you up in school. Totally. So guys, thank you so much for watching. You guys are the best. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, so that way you guys get tomorrow's episode, which will feature a bunch of other things. I gotta figure out. I only wrote step 1 for today. And but guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. Again, give it a shot, and you're going to, I want you to get the ball rolling. I want you to start getting into it. Start thinking of things. Start pulling out your gear. What do you want? You want to demo your head? You want to demo a combo? You want to demo some pedals, some guitars that you have, pickups that you have, strings that you have on the side? Like, you can, make videos on anything and literally everything. And that's just how you start. And don't forget that you're only going to get better. You're going to be terrible at first, totally normal, and you'll eventually just get better. So don't worry about it. Don't freak out. All right, guys. Thank you so much again for watching. Love you guys. Let's hit it for 2022. I want you guys out there. And as usual, thank you so much, and I'll talk to you guys soon.